All right, welcome back to another episode of mobility routines you can do before your coffee gets cold, because we do not waste this around here, but we got to get it done. I just got back from High Rocks, and here's the thing. Somebody thought it was a good idea to do 100 burpee broad jumps in a session, among many other things. And I always get a good workout in, but as somebody with a history of brain injuries and vestibular issues, I always leave those sessions a little tight in my spine. So what I like to do before and after this is I like to just see where I'm at from like a toe touch standpoint, because this is probably going to change with what we're about to do. So this is where I'm at post session. And now you're going to join me and we're going to see if we can change that a little bit. So you're going to need a rolled up towel, you're going to need a yoga block, and that's all you're going to need, other than some space on the floor. And if you have a couch or a chair, set yourself up near that. For this first one, we're going to take this rolled up towel. You're going to put it behind your neck, not behind your head, but behind your neck. So your neck is supported, and it's kind of almost underneath the top few vertebrae in your upper back as well. So not way up here, but down a little bit lower. And your feet are just going to be on the ground. You're going to set up with your knees bent, roll behind you. You want it to be, I like towels because they're easily adjustable. So you want it to be comfortable. You want to feel like your neck is supported. The natural curve of your neck is 30 degrees of lordosis, which means that curve is actually neutral for your neck, and it's the position that your neck has the easiest time relaxing in. If your upper back feels like somebody poured concrete up there, this will be a good one for you. What we're going to do is we're going to press our feet down into the floor just a little bit. We're going to let our tailbone rock under us. So you're not gripping and pulling it under you. You're just kind of letting it fall under you so that tailbone rocks this way. You should feel a little bit of hamstring activity, nothing crazy. You should just be aware of your hamstrings. Our arms are going to come up. They're going to be about shoulder width apart. Notice how chill my arms look. I'm not really tense here. I'm going to float my shoulder blades apart, and I'm going to collect whatever length my upper back is willing to give me at this moment in time. We're going to silently inhale through our nose, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth as you collect a little bit more length between your shoulder blades. So arms will go towards the ceiling. Naturally, at the end of that exhale, you're going to feel your obliques contract. Don't lose it, and silently inhale through your nose, keeping that space between your shoulder blades. And then exhale, reach again. Pause, don't lose your obliques. They should have come to you on their own. Silent inhale through your nose. If you do a really good job keeping your neck relaxed, you're going to feel it slide towards your heels on this exhale. Pause, don't lose your abs. Silent inhale through your nose. Keep that reach. Keep pressing down through your heels as well. Tailbone's rocked under you. Exhale, float those shoulder blades a little further apart. Pause, give me one more. Silent, the slowest inhale you can through your nose. And then exhale. And reach. And come back down. So you want to feel like you're getting lots of air between your shoulder blades on that one. You're not gripping and tensing up everything within your body. And when you get better at doing that reach without over tensing, you should notice that your head and neck kind of naturally get pulled into a little bit more curve over top of that roll, which we like. Now we're going to do something very similar, but we're going to bring a little bit more of our pelvis and low back in. So I'm just going to scooch myself up to this thing here. I'm going to take my yoga block, put it between my knees. It's going to give us a little bit of groin and pelvic floor action. I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to place it back in that spot between or underneath my neck and just slightly in my upper back. Make sure it's comfortable. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lightly squeeze this block, lightly pull your heels down, lift your kneecaps up about an inch or two by, again, rolling your tailbone under you. If you do a good job of that, you're going to feel some hamstrings. That tailbone will rock under you, and now your tailbone will be angled like this instead of like this. Now we're going to add that same little reach, which is also going to take our sternum and angle it like that. I like to visualize a hammock between my tailbone being angled like this, and now we're about to reach and angle our sternum like this. And I like to visualize that hammock, and on these exhales, just think about letting my spine fall and sink into that hammock, not forcing it. I know a few of my clients are going to be watching this video and you guys are going to want to force it. Do not force it. I don't want to see you coming into my office after overbearing for too long. So light little knee lift, light little reach, just collect whatever length you can without forcing it. Silent inhale through the nose. Good, exhale through the mouth as you reach and float those shoulder blades apart. Women, your bra line's gonna fall into the floor. Men, your mid-back is gonna fall into the floor. Stay there, silent inhale through your nose. Should feel a lot of that air going under your collarbones and in your upper back. Exhale, reach. Pause. I almost choked on my own saliva. Silent inhale. Good, exhale, reach. Pause. Silent inhale through the nose. You're going to notice air is naturally redirected away from the belly towards your rib cage or your lungs. Good, exhale, reach. Very good, one more time. Silent inhale through the nose. Good, exhale, reach. Pause. Okay, you can come out of that. Now, we've decompressed things a little bit. We've got some air moving around. Now we're actually gonna get our rib cage and we're gonna get our pelvis, hips, low back moving around as well. So we're gonna come out of that. You can join me either in this long seated position here, or if you have access to it, you can join me in this position here in a half kneeling position if you've got the ability to sit in this position without pain in your knees or your ankles. Keep your weight in your sit bones, so don't let yourself creep forward on this one, okay? Try and stay back, heavy in those sit bones. Take one arm in front and put one arm behind you. We're gonna use a little bit of our breath here to see if you can get a little bit more range of motion. So if you just reach your shoulder blade forward on the front arm as far as you can, squeeze your back shoulder blade behind you, so draw your opposite shoulder blade into your spine, see how far you can go. Now, slowly inhale and squeeze that back shoulder blade in a little more. And then exhale and reach your front arm a little further. If you're like me, you got a little bit more out of it. Let's do that one more time. Slow inhale, squeeze that back shoulder blade back. Good, exhale, reach that arm a little further forward. And notice how it's my arm reaching and not me leaning forward. Now we're gonna come the other way. So I'm going to squeeze this shoulder blade back with this arm behind me. I'm going to reach the other arm forward, see how far I can get just on my own, what my standard mobility is like. And now we're going to use our breath to grab a little more. Slow inhale, draw that shoulder blade back. Good, exhale, reach the opposite arm forward. Stay in those sit bones, don't lean forward on me. Slow inhale, draw that back shoulder blade back in a little more. Exhale, reach that opposite arm forward. Very good. You might feel your obliques kicking in. And now I just like to go through a few of these. Just reach that arm forward, draw the opposite shoulder blade back, and just go back and forth a few times. And just notice how your shoulder blades and your rib cage have to kind of work together and coordinate and work and play nice together to get you moving and rotating and reaching and just being loose through that rib cage. Now we're going to do a similar drill for our lumbopelvic hip complex, i.e. your low back, pelvis, and hips. So for this one, you're going to take your yoga block. You're going to set up on that yoga block with one knee on top and on your hands and knees. When you're on your hands and knees, though, if you look down at your femur, try to make sure it's angled to the side slightly, so it's like this, and keep it like that. So don't let it straighten out on you. So just keep an eye on it. You also have the option of taking your roll and placing it between your legs as you do this as well, or a ball, Pilates ball, something like that works really good too. Not necessary, but optional. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into an all fours position here. I'll get my hair out of here so you guys can see a touch more from the front view. And then you're gonna try to keep that angle to the side. You're gonna reach your opposite knee for the floor as far as you can, and then you're gonna pull it up as high as you can. So that's what that looks like from a front view. But keep in mind, you guys, when you do this, I want you to also reach those shoulder blades apart again, just like you did in that last exercise. So don't end up down here on me, and draw that tailbone under you, or just let the tailbone drop and give me another exhale.
So don't slip into using your low back on this one. Keep yourself a little bit flexed. Keep that lean to the side. Now go through that same drill. Reach that knee down and then draw it up so your left knee gets as high as you can, and then reach it back down again. Draw it back up. You should feel your outer glute working on the right side on the way up. And then you might even feel some right inner thigh working on the way down. You might feel your groin on both sides. Press up, right butt cheeks working, not the low back because you haven't slipped into extension, right? And then reach it down, and you should feel a big stretch in that right glute. We're gonna do one more. Pull up, one more, reach down, slide the block over to the other knee, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Press those shoulder blades apart, let that tailbone fall, and exhale. Maintain that. Keep your little lean to the side, and then reach your right knee to the floor, and then pull your right knee up. Reach that right knee to the floor, but again, keeping this hip out to the side, so don't let that hip move in space as you do so, and keep that low back tucked, or rounded, I should say. Reach that knee to the floor, keep that low back rounded as you pull up. Let's go down, get the biggest stretch you can in that left outer hip here, and then pull it all the way back up, and then one more time, all the way back down, and one more time, all the way back up. Very good. Now, that was very difficult to do. I hate doing breathing exercises while trying to talk, but even doing it while trying to talk, it's not going to be perfect. I'm probably going to do another round of this by myself without filming for you guys. I won't lie, because I'm going to get a little bit more out of it when I'm not having a coach and I can relax into a little bit more. But even with that alone, I'll often find if I come back, see, this is now way easier. So for me, as somebody, again, who's got an autonomic component to the stiffness that I get, which again is just related to my concussions, I find this stuff really helpful. If you've got an autonomic component to what you have going on, you might find this type of work really helpful too, versus just hanging out and just stretching and doing cat-cows and things like that for a long period of time. Those are still good tools. Please do not underestimate that stuff. We lean on things at different times for different people, and that's totally fine. I hope that was helpful. Let's see. Coffee's still warm. I'm gonna go enjoy this. You go enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video.